Hi guys, it's Melanie and welcome back to Living Luxuriously for Less. As you can see, I'm all better now, but I definitely wanted to give you guys something to laugh about during this time that we are all going through just some very scary and uncertain times. I wanted to kind of share this story time with you guys to be a beacon of light and a beacon of hope and a beacon of joy in your day. So here's what happened, you guys. You know, last weekend I decorated a rainbow themed birthday party, and in that birthday party I had lots of like gold and chocolate. It was like the little gold coins that were like chocolate. And then I had a lot of other chocolate candy along with some rainbow or kaleidoscope roses, and they were fresh florals. Well, in this particular venue, they had a wasp nest that had fallen, and we kept seeing like wasps everywhere. And we were like, oh my gosh, they must have, you know, probably fumigated this building beforehand. But once we started putting the centerpieces out, we saw the wasps starting to fly, like fly everywhere. So my friend and I were like, bah, 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 bah. Cause I'm really a Southern girl. She was like, oh my gosh. She was like, ah, ah, you know, and I'm like, bah, bah, bah. So anyway, I guess this particular wasp did not appreciate that. And I missed him. And so when I missed him, I knew I missed him, and he like flew way off. And so I knew it was two left in this particular venue. And I was like, okay, it's two left. I can keep my eyes on two, okay? So I'm sitting there, I'm decorating the tables and everything. Everything turned out absolutely gorgeous. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll link it here, and then I will also link it down below or at the end of the video. That's what I'll do. I'll put it in the end screen. But anyway, about this time, I could hear something like buzzing around me, and I felt it on my head. So I went to smack my head, to smack the wasp on my head with my bare hand, because I wasn't thinking. So I was, wow. And when I did it, he stung, like one stung me here, and then another one stung me here. And in the process, the hand that I used to smack him with got stung as well. So that's how my finger got stung, and I was stung right here and right here in my head. So I felt it, but I guess the adrenaline for me decorating and getting everything done in a timely manner didn't really like let it kick in, but it was pretty bad. And so when I got home, when I was getting ready for church the next morning, I noticed I had like a big knot right here in my head, and then I had another knot here, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna need to put on some makeup. So I started trying to put makeup on, and then while I'm doing that, I noticed my finger is like swelling and swelling, and I couldn't get like this ring that I wanted to wear on this hand, I couldn't get it on. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't know how I got stung on the hand or on the head, but I mean, I remember getting stung on the head, but I didn't know at the time think about the hand when I like tried to get him off my head. But the moral of the story is that these wasps out in these streets are for real. They gangster, and they will double team you. So I got double teamed by some wasps, okay? And so Sunday night, Monday, and yesterday, like I took Benadryl because I wasn't sure if I was allergic to it, and I really didn't want to go to the hospital with everything that's going on. And so I just kind of rested and got myself together. And then today I was like, oh, I'm going to share this story with you guys because, you know, I was thinking about just kind of everything that's going on and what people have going on in their lives right now. And even though I am blessed, and you may be blessed to be in a beautiful, loving home and atmosphere and safe atmosphere, that's not everybody's reality. I can also remember, you know, with me growing up, going to school and going to work was a haven for me because I lived in an abusive home. My stepfather was really abusive, mentally, verbally, sexually, physically, you name it. And I just hated going home. My siblings hated being at home. My mom hated being at home. So I came from that household, and maybe that's why my heart goes out to those children. Also children who have nothing to eat, like that, you know, breakfast and lunch at their school was their source, their meal. it was their, you know, the only hot meal they would get that day. So our church, our ministry is teaming up with some outreaches in our area to make sure these kids have a hot meal. And just, you know, doing whatever we can to make this situation as pleasant as possible for everyone who's affected by it. In addition to that, just praying and believing God and interceding. You guys know I love to pray, and I'll probably be doing like a live prayer before the first so that we can all just come together. So you guys let me know down in the comments below if you guys would like for me to go live and do a prayer just facing about everything, all the challenges that we're facing beyond the current situation that we have going on, including that too. And then finally, you know, what are some of the things that you can be doing during this time? Like, what's next? You know, there are so many different things that you can do. You know, number one, you want to wake up and dedicate your day to God. Pray and meditate. Do that. Number two, you want to stay away from like the media and propaganda for as much as possible. I have personally dedicated way too many days to like watching the news and watching the media. The next thing you want to do is that you definitely want to use that time to like organize and do things in your home and in your life that you've always wanted to do, but you didn't necessarily have the time to do. So whether it's going through and getting rid of clothes and shoes that you don't need, that you can donate to someone else, whether it's organizing a side table in your bedroom, or organizing your pantry in your kitchen, or organizing and cleaning your closet, or getting ready for the spring, like doing something to bring joy into your home. One of the things that my husband and I are going to do, we used to do it all the time, like before social media and before YouTube and before Facebook, when we were dating, we would play board games. So this Friday night for our date night, we're going to probably stay at home, cook in, play some board games, and, you know, just enjoy one another. Teach your kids how to play board games if you haven't taken the opportunity to do that. Like some of my favorite board games is checkers and Monopoly. I love those games. So, you know, just going back and being able to take time out to pull out those board games, play some Scrabble, play some checkers, spend some time with the family, play some cards. Like I love Spade and, you know, all those different old games like that we used to play back in the day. Go fishing and, what's the red card? Like you do the red and the orange and the green and the Uno. Yeah, Uno. So I would love to hear some of your favorite games down in the comments below as well. So that is just my encouragement for today. When I come back, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a lot of new things that are coming about. Such as, you know, prepping my home for spring, doing a spring tablescape. I'm redoing the patio, and it's finally gonna be exactly what I want it to be. I'm so excited about this opportunity that I have with Home Depot. So I'm gonna be redoing my entire patio, getting ready for some time with family when, you know, we are all able to get back out and kind of interact with one another and just celebrate the time, you know, that we have together. So that's kind of my plans and where I am and what I'm doing and what I'm up to. I would love to hear how you guys are passing the time. You know, what are you doing during your stay-at-home challenge, and while you're going through this social distancing, you know, how are you dealing with that? What goals and what plans are you putting into place that you've been believing God for and that you just haven't had the time to do it? You know, what things are you looking to put into place? So I love to hear that. Are you going to be writing a book? Are you going to be taking the time to finish Lux Academy that you purchased, but you didn't have the time to finish it? What are you going to be doing with this time? Are you going to be praying and believing God for others? Are you going to be reading? Are you going to take the time to enroll in a class or go back to school or organize and decorate your home? You know, take this time to maximize it and to turn it into something beautiful. Make it that rainbow at the end of that terrible, terrible storm. So I do believe that something great is going to come out of this, but it's all going to depend on what we do great in this time that we have. So that's all I have for today. Like I said, I'd love to hear what you guys are doing during this time of social distancing down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. Stay encouraged, stay motivated, stay prayed up, and believe the word of God. I'm going to link some books down below that I've been reading that are free. And it's called None of These Diseases. I think it's an awesome book of prayers. So I'm going to leave that down below, as well as some of other prayer books and things that I like to read, some other devotionals. So that's all I have, you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you to the moon and back. So until next time, it's Melanie with Living Luxuriously for Less. Cheers.